Now here's a cool street rod. Let's take a look at this one. 1931 Ford Tudor Sedan. A lot of neat things about this rod when it was built, and got a lot of the info on it, so I'm going to share it with you. Try to take my time, make sure I catch everything on this. As you can see, just beautiful black paint on this, clear coat. And then check out these wheels. You'll see the wine color in there, along with the chrome beauty rings, center caps. Remember that wine color because it carries throughout the interior of this car. Very, very rich looking interior in this car that matches up with that wine colored wheel. Something about this build is it appears to be built on a 32 frame, which you get a couple inches in length out of that, a little bit longer than a 31 frame. So obviously a little more leg room inside this vehicle. Very easy to fit in. And then of course, take a look, it has not been chopped. So many of these were chopped. So you got headroom, so a normal sized person can drive this car, get in it, not be all scrunched up. Seats are adjustable in the front, so real nice setup that way as far as driving goes. Some neat things about this engine build. They've taken a later model 350 small block Chev here, and that's teamed up with a turbo 350, I believe it is, tranny underneath there. So it's got an automatic transmission teamed up with this 350 small block. But as you can see, they've made it look like an oil bath or an older air cleaner on there. There is an air element in there. It's not an oil bath, but made to give it that kind of older hot rod look. And you'll also see there's that black with wine, again, theme throughout. As you can see, Bob's a Rod Shop, actually out of the Minneapolis area, built the majority of this car. It has always been licensed, insured, titled in Minnesota. No, this vehicle has not been driven in the winter. In case any of you down south are wondering about that, these things go into hibernation when the weather gets cold up here. So just absolutely stunning engine bay and how they've got this. Headers, obviously. This does have power brakes. Booster underneath in the floor, so it's not up on the firewall. You can see it's HEI ignition. This thing fires right up, runs great. 4-barrel carb on there. It does have overflow for coolant, polar fan to help cool it. It does have a 190, 195 degree thermostat in it. Again, you can check out that wine colored wheel up front. We do have disc up front and drums in the rear. See the blinkers are incorporated into the little bumper, I guess, if you will. As far as the steering on this banjo wheel and tilt steering column, it's a Flaming River brand, just to let you know. When we get around there, I'm going to kind of run down some of the notes I have on this. The rear end is out of a 55 to 57 Chevy, so a Tri-5 Chevy rear end. Steering box is a Vega steering box on it. Like I said, disc up front, drums in the rear. The front suspension. If you look at the underside pics, you can check out the suspension on this. Check out those underside pics at uniqueclassiccars.com. There's a drilled I-beam front, and it does have coilovers, adjustable coilovers on the rear. This body is all steel. The top fabric that they've done this top with is actually Mercedes-Benz fabric. Very, very rich feel to it. Very nice looking. This is just a beautiful street rod, and you can tell it's a quality build. Again, check out those still pictures. uniqueclassiccars.com. You can see the interior, underside, and I'll get the interior yet here too. Or feel free to give us a call. I don't expect this one to last too long. 507-386-1726. As you can see, I'll show you that wine-colored interior. I have the seats folded down because I wanted to show you the back of this. This upholstery was done in Stillwater, Minnesota, here at Rivertown Upholstery, known for doing very nice work. Take a look. Travel trunks in the back of this. They go with the car. Just how classy is that? And they are usable. Now, the one thing that's tough to do on this burgundy interior, it wants to get washed out. by that, I mean, it kind of looks dull compared to what it really is. In these videos, it turns more tan or brown. This is there you go. That's as good to the realistic color you're going to see in person. It's a rich wine color. Just a great color. When I get up on top of it like this, it kind of gets that tan. That is not a tan. It's a beautiful, deep burgundy color, more like this out here. Look through those still pictures. You'll kind of see what I'm saying. If you got any questions on it, like I said, give us a call. 507-386-1726. And of course, those still pictures, uniqueclassiccars.com. Check out the door, how nice that door card is. Just, again, very rich looking. These are usable pockets. There's a little snap below here. Flip it open, and you can actually store things in the door card. Very tastefully done. Let's go ahead and I'll snap this back up here a second. Again, shifter on the floor, 2 bucket seats up front. One thing on this also, there's a hookup for a Garmin. There's no speedometer in there. They just kept the original dash, as you can see, with the 3 gauges. There is an RPM down below, a tachometer with the RPM on it down below, so you could judge your speed by that. But there's a hookup right here, and for a Garmin, you can power it. So you can read your miles per hour off of that. So if you had a little, most people use a Garmin, what is it, TomToms, that type of thing. Even cell phones these days, there is a power, there's a hookup for it, and that's how the gentleman that had this prior would do his miles per hour. Take a look, just a nice subtle wine colored pinstripe up and down this body line. You can see it there. And take a look at that luster that black paint has. Great looking car. All right, to the back here, gas tank. So the gas tank's not in the vehicle, not up in the cowl. It is back here like a 32 Ford would have had. Some real neat things done when this was built. Let's see, anything I'm missing on here. I think I've told you the majority of it, what I have in the notes. Let's take a little closer look at this this interior. We're going to fire it up so you can hear this thing run. All right, back to this side. There's a good idea what color it is. It's a true, nice burgundy, rich looking interior. It's not washed out or that tan brown. There you go. That gives you a good idea there too. Take a look from this side. The travel trunks in the back. Headliner's beautiful. Let's go ahead and fire this up so you can hear it run. You can see how easily it starts. See how nice everything fits. Door closes. Slip around to the back. Nice little rumble. Great sounding car. This thing drives out very nice also. Now, we do assist with transportation if you'd like this car delivered to where you're located at. Not a problem. Financing is also available. We deal with lenders that will lend money on classic cars. And of course, we do consider trades. So definitely give us a call, 507-386-1726. And once again, the still pictures, uniqueclassiccars.com. Look at that motor, smooth it is, good it sounds. Obviously, here's the electric fan there. Really like this car, just everything about it. Very nice build, 1931. And it is titled as a 1931 clear Minnesota title. Ford Tudor Sedan Street Rod. Beautiful.